Random Order Podcast. It's your boy, Mr. Quentin Quarantino, also known as Jermaine Richards. That's what my granddad calls me when he says bring in the fucking groceries. We got my little brother, B-Baby Trey. Where's my baby button at, man?
Man, yeah. It's me, man.
That's all he has to say. My man, Sheldon Sebastian.
What's up, man?
In the house.
Back
you know
again.
what it is. He's not the only Sebastian in the house,
Oh,
though, man.
baby. My twin.
My man, the legend, the one and only
Yeah.
FaZe Sabastian in the house.
Yes, sir.
It's been a lovely episode, man. We covered many important things. Why PC is superior to consoles. Halo and
Period.
Xbox Live. The story of FaZe Sabastian. Apples versus other fruits. And of course, FaZe Toronto. Before we get into this episode, smash that like. You tell him to smash that like button, man. You probably have more
Bro,
power
I
than me.
not only need you to hit the smash the like button. Like I need you to put that I need you to put that bell on. Like next time, bro, you're trying to see 101, 102, 103, 104. Like
That's a fact.
bro, I need you to hit that bell, subscribe. I need you to tell your friends, comment, share that with people. Like for
Holy
real.
fuck.
Yeah.
Make sure
course,
you're
man.
hitting not just YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I want you
Yeah.
everywhere.
I like that. You
I
heard
want
him.
you everywhere, man.
And
Because it's for y'all at the end of the day. It's for us.
Actually,
And
I
of
watch
course,
this shit.
hit 4ye.ca. We got a big juicy drop. We still got product. We're doing a restock, actually.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
y'all were looking for that
motherfuckers.
green, the matcha hoodie restock.
Oh, the matcha.
That's coming out, man.
Oh, man.
So
I'm gonna need
we're
to
making
get that.
dreams happen, man.
Yeah, man, we got-
4ye.ca.
I got you, man. Yeah.
Enjoy the episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Woo. Just like that, 101,
Oh, man.
man. I think we're back at it.
Yeah. You know when you like, I just moved my iPad in a way where I thought I was about to fall off this magnetic grip.
Yes. You got the millisecond heart drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
I
I
feel
did.
that, man.
We all good, though,
You know
man.
what time it is, man.
Stunt 101.
I was thinking the same thing.
Shout out 50, man.
You've been starting for 101 episodes straight, man.
Yo, I
Yeah.
hope the Stunt 101 beat dropped right when I said that. Like, if it didn't, like,
it had to.
oh my
I'm sure Jack
God.
was on the same page. I know
Get
why.
a remake so we don't get struck.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
do.
Just
Oh,
get a
yeah.
shitty Fruity Loops remake.
Please, please.
Man, I'm on a different level than y'all. I hear 101, I think of school. Like that's
No
the,
way.
I've been going back to like new curriculums and shit. Like
Yeah,
you
no-
tell me 101,
yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah, I feel it.
Correct.
Are there-
curriculum? Oh, that's why you said that
Are there-
shit.
yeah, like bro.
Are there actually classes like named 101? Like,
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so we
oh,
start-
really? Oh.
I took plenty.
Stunt 101.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
fuck.
missed those
So
classes,
Stunt
man.
101 is like the one.
It's a
the
class.
first
He's
thing
telling
like-
you.
He's trying to-
Oh,
it's
your
your
intro. Come on, bro. It's your intro.
50.
I swear.
How did you just get you clearly
thank you.
you clearly
Thank
need to
you.
take the class.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Man. Shake my hand.
I was too young.
I didn't know it was a class.
I was too young. I just
That's
stud. My wrist
Bro,
stay
I
watching.
Oh.
No way, bro. That man Curtis.
Wow.
What an intro. Welcome to the show, man. We got my man Cbass in the house,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Oh my
I came into this
God.
thinking y'all were gonna put me on for the next hour. Like
Nah, you
I guess
did
it's
that.
your
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
This is your
This
shit.
is
What?
your
Yo.
show. Wherever you want to go with it, man.
Oh my God.
That's
I gotta
crazy.
read those lyrics later.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta pull up that genius for sure.
No.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yo, there's all like when
That's
I think
amazing.
of like when I think of fucking 101, there's two people that come to my head.
Okay.
And it's Ned and 50.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm about to say fifth. And
Say
I
that
said,
shit like a baby.
I said 50.
like a drunk baby.
And 50. Yo, I only think of Ned's a classified school survival guy.
Yeah.
Shout out that man.
That was my shit.
50.
That was a great
Yeah.
piece of television. I'm
Bro.
not gonna lie. Yeah.
Not a lot of people watch that show.
Bro, I don't think that's true. I think everybody watched that show.
Yeah.
I watched
Well,
that.
it's Canadian,
I
right?
wouldn't even. I would say I didn't watch that show, but I
It's
did
not
watch
Canadian.
that show.
Exactly.
Is it
It's
Canadian?
a Canadian.
No.
It's a
Oh,
Canadian.
well, it was on the. I mean, it was on our family channel.
Yeah,
so
but
I don't know if
Whatever,
it was
yeah,
like
you're right.
on
don't
other
I
channels.
think it's a Disney situation.
I think it
Yeah.
was
Definitely.
maybe.
That might have been Disney's
Yo,
situation.
I don't
Definitely
ask.
Disney, yeah.
If I ask 5 people on my phone right now, like, yo, you watch Ned? I promise you, maybe 2 out of the 5 is gonna say they watch
Really?
it.
That's crazy.
I'm going with
Ask your
4.
peers.
I'm going with 4. I will.
Ask
Yeah.
your peers.
I'd say 4.
Mix them up too.
I get to choose who I ask? Because if
Yeah.
I get to choose, they all gonna say yes.
No, ask
Sure.
ask,
Yeah, I know
ask
who
someone
watched it.
who
For
you
sure.
don't know who watched it.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
and then get
So
back.
are we trying to say not a lot of people watch it?
I
But like,
feel-
yeah,
are we saying just Neds or like all the type of shows?
Nah, just Neds.
But just
like
Ned,
we're talking Kim
just
Possible.
Neds.
We're talking.
No,
Even
because
Stevens.
not a lot of people watch Even Stevens too.
Not a lot of people watch even.
What?
You watch
And-
Even Stevens?
and
Of course.
I didn't love
Oh.
even
And the
Stevens.
That's what's
movie.
up.
I watched
Even
it.
like-
and the movie, yeah.
Everything they've written for Even Stevens, I've consumed.
I'm like, yes,
Uh,
bro.
it's
That
in
was
my
my
brain.
first binge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my first binge. Wow, congratulations!
Well, how the
to
fuck
me.
did you binge? If you,
Because I was.
Oh, when you got
at the
Netflix?
No. From back in the day, like I just
Like, you
caught
got the-
every
oh no,
you
they
got
had,
the
they had
DVDs?
marathons.
They had marathons. Yeah.
Oh,
like,
right.
I,
Like you come home on
yeah.
Friday and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
all day.
Even Stevens all day for
I
no
got
reason.
to the point where no internet. I'm like, I've seen every single episode of this fucking show.
Which one?
There's
Even
not an
Stevens?
episode. Even Stevens. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
a
Raven.
fact.
I
That
was
was great
close to.
programming.
It was a-
That's so
yeah.
Raven, bro. Smart Guy was my shit. Like
I watched that this morning.
actually,
That's my morning
Bro,
ritual.
it's a great,
That's
wholesome
great. That's
show.
a
it's
great
a
way to start
fantastic
it.
show.
yeah.
it's a
Disney
great
Plus
show.
gonna just run it for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They have it
Yeah.
on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I'm
Disney
gonna have to
Plus.
run that up. I was
Yeah.
watching it in college. We used to watch it a bunch on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, I think you know what? I think they took some of the episodes down on YouTube,
Yeah.
I bet.
but they used to have everything up there. But yeah,
Yeah.
Disney Plus got you now.
Such a good show, man.
You
Yeah,
gotta.
bro.
I respect the rotation.
Of course.
I respect it.
Yo, what's a show that
Yeah.
just had mad fucking episodes? Like you rarely see the same shit twice. Like
Degrassi-
Smart Guy, you figured out, and Even Stevens, you
Degrassi.
figured out. Like, I've
Degrassi
seen it
had
all.
a lot of
Um,
episodes, bro.
Young and the Restless.
Bro, we saw them
Forensic
guys-
Files, nigga.
Bro, how is Young and the Restless? Hold on, pause. How is that the first thing? New episode.
First
Like,
of all-
were you actually watching that shit, or are you just saying that? Like,
Ooh, me?
oh yeah, it's like Jeopardy. Like it's always on.
Oh no,
or
it's
you were
always
actually
no,
like,
no,
Skip it,
no,
you still going?
No.
First,
Bro, my like, I don't even think my mom watched that shit. Someone watched it.
It was on. My
And
grandma.
I think
no, my
grandma.
grandma.
No.
She'd watch the Spanish version.
yeah.
Anyway, you could get that.
LeVar's mom watched.
Oh, she was on that heavy.
She watched that shit. Yeah.
Changes. What is it?
You good?
Fuck-
General Hospital.
No, there's
General-
another
bro,
one.
I would watch that.
General Hospital. I
What's
banged a couple
that?
Times. It's like
It's
some
like
soap
the
opera.
same
Yeah,
thing.
it's so shit.
Bro, the one I
Yeah,
actually
man,
used to
yeah.
watch all the time.
Days of Our
was-
Lives.
No, Coronation
Did you watch
Street.
all these?
My
You guys
aunt-
know that show?
Which one?
Coronation.
Coronation Street.
No, what the?
Yeah,
what
it's
was
like
that
a
about?
British. It's a British soap that aired all the time on CBC. So on like Sunday mornings from like 7 to 12, they would
Uh-huh.
just show all the last weeks of episodes.
Oh,
and I would watch
60
that.
seasons.
Yeah, bro. It's been no, bro.
60
It's
seasons.
the longest running soap opera on television.
Oh my
in the world.
God.
Like
than
there's
fucking-
people who've been playing the same character as a soap since literally the 60s on that show.
December 9th, 1960 was the first episode.
And they're still grinding it up.
And you watched every 60 seasons.
no,
Hell
the
no. Are
episode.
you crazy? Bro, I'm 27.
Yeah, come on, bro.
It'll take 60 years.
Approximately.
That's
Holy
crazy.
Bro,
Wow.
people really grow up with soap operas. Like really grow up with these characters.
Bro, that's the definition
Yeah.
of syndication right there.
Bro, my
a
grandma
fact.
would
Yeah.
come up. She grew up with fucking As the World Turns
Yeah.
in Spanish. Bro, we just come. It's so
Oh my
sad. I used to
God,
always
yeah.
turn. I get home, it's like sad and gloomy and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like looking around my
She'd be
crib.
running
Yeah.
that shit.
Bro,
She's getting so excited.
closing the blinds. Bro, she needs her cheese and her coffee, and she watched. I rated it.
It's
so
a simple
she had-
life.
She
Yeah.
had
She
a
would
good
binge,
setup.
nigga. She
Yeah.
would smash
Yeah.
that shit.
Facts.
I don't know how she got. We had normal cable, but for some reason it was like she was getting it on demand. The way she was
Yeah.
just always fucking
Yeah.
watching it. I'm like, how?
And just respect.
Because that's how they used to run it, man. Like literally. Like
Yeah.
TLN
it's just
had
a
that shit on
block.
lock.
It's just a block that they are on the guide, and it's just
I ran this for a year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of long running TV shows, you watch Latin Lover?
Oh baby.
You put him on the spot.
You know about Latin Lover?
Never heard of it.
Well, I'm out of my depths on that.
Damn,
No clue.
man.
I've checked it out. Yeah, I've
I
scrolled
feel
past.
like it was like a show that just everyone knew was on at this time at night. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Our like generation.
Great
our
music.
generation, great
Yeah.
music.
Great
Our
music.
parents didn't even speak about it. I never heard an adult speak about it. It was always just, yeah, I watch Latin.
Latin Lover.
Bro, y'all talking some shit I don't.
It was just this like softcore.
It's a telenovela.
Softcore
Oh.
porn. Softcore porn.
Basically,
yeah.
yeah. Telenovela.
TLN.
One of those like
Yeah.
TLN
it's
one-
on late on Friday.
TLN,
Yeah,
1 a.m.
yeah.
Friday nights.
But
Yeah.
some nights the cameraman would just go lower on the waist.
No,
I'm
yeah,
just like,
I
yo, I'm like,
swear.
yo, this guy, like, I've seen some strokes here. Like, yo, I don't even know, like,
Easy,
if they're allowed.
easy.
It's wild. Yeah. It's wild.
I was sticking.
Great storyline though.
No, I'm sticking to my
Amazing.
Kim Possible shit back then. Like,
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm
another
not-
classic.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I
No, I
did
had that on the
see?
opposite channel. Just
Oh,
previous
yeah,
channel.
yeah, yeah.
Back, yeah.
Gotta switch back and forth.
Hmm.
What was that show with the was it film? The guy, bald guy. He was a detective, high school. Eddie played him, glasses.
Eddie from That's So Raven?
Yeah, Eddie was his
Bald?
voice. It was a cartoon. Was it?
Oh, you're talking about
fucking
Fillmore.
Fillmore.
Fillmore?
Fillmore.
Yeah, good show.
I never checked that. I never.
I
Watched
feel like
that.
you resonated well with him for some reason.
Hey man,
man, I miss
Yeah,
the
I miss
cartoons like that.
representation, man.
chocolate.
Man,
What, you know what I'm
like,
saying?
Yeah. Nigga said, hold on. Grown ass man said, that kid look like me.
That man doing something. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
I miss the
man.
cartoons like that, man. They gotta make more of them.
Bro,
these
they
days.
don't exist anymore.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Like just like we were watching all these shows when we were kids.
Mhm.
They're just watching Snapchat, TikTok, they're
It's true,
YouTube,
yeah.
like, and nobody's making programming like that anymore.
Yeah.
No one's making
It's just on to the
programming.
next 10
Yeah.
seconds, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
nobody's trying to like draw shit out to make a cartoon, right?
Yeah,
They're just not
It's
focused
true.
on that anymore.
Man.
It sucks.
There will never be
Yeah.
another Magic School Bus.
Yeah, bro.
Magic
And that
Ooh,
nigga,
that's
I
facts.
learned a lot of shit.
I
Yeah.
learned
To this
a
day, I
lot.
still apply.
That's a
fucking
fact.
Magic
Like,
School
and
Bus.
yeah.
kids do not get that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Oh
like so
my
much of the like young like growth you have in your imagination, at least for our generation, comes from
Mhm.
watching shit like that.
Yeah, no.
And like it'll be interesting to see like where that takes the generation now when they're growing up on all this like short form stuff that has no real like storyline or no like
Yeah.
lesson to tell you. It's
Right.
just like boom, boom, boom. Like
Yeah.
what's the type of shit they're gonna
Right.
make in 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right,
would
it's
love to
crazy.
see like a study of the brain.
Yeah.
And like what if that like if your brain looks different, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
crazy that it's
Yeah.
happening now, so there's no
Mhm.
proof. There's like
Yeah.
no one knows. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
See.
We'll see in 20
It's
years.
true. That's why I always hated like Snapchat filters and like people put that shit on their kids. I always feel like your kid's looking at a filter
Of
Yeah.
like
I
what
mean,
he should be like.
Yeah,
or
you know,
something
of like
that.
not what they look like, but like
Yeah.
like how that fucks with the brain.
Yeah, it's
So
like let me fix you up a bit.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
do
Like,
I
I'm
don't
8,
do
yeah,
that
what the
shit.
fuck?
Yeah, my little niece, I
Yeah.
don't do that.
But also, like, how do you grow up without Art Attack?
How?
How?
You be,
I don't know if it's
you be like guessing, like, what is it? Oh my god, I think it's a bird. It's a
And
plane.
your
And
brain is
you-
thinking at this
yeah.
time in the morning of like, oh
Mhm.
nah, like bro is definitely doing a parrot,
Yeah.
and it comes out to
Fuck,
be a
niggas
giraffe.
a shirt. Giant shirt. Made of
Bro,
salt.
Nah,
my
facts.
It was like
facts.
we
But like you had that long, like
that's-
you're used to just watching long things and like finishing a thought.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like
Well, and
I'm
it's-
watching a show.
Yeah.
And
watch
it's
it all day
also
through.
like you're watching a long thing and you're like filling in the parts yourself,
Mhm.
right? It's not like
Yeah.
here's all the
Everything.
things I'm showing you. It's
Yeah.
like yeah, it's like an hour long, and like you just said, let's say, oh, what's he drawing? What
Yeah.
are they doing? How are they gonna
It's
solve
so-
this? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're filling in the parts.
Uh-huh. That's how they even do
Man.
YouTube videos now. YouTube videos will start, they'll show you like a quick thing of like
Yeah,
the climax.
exactly.
Mhm.
So you're
right?
like, oh,
Fuck.
you're in, you know?
Better
Back
stay.
then it was like, it was just an up trajectory. Like,
Right.
yo,
But what's fucked about all this is like we're the generation that like we came from no internet to like okay we have a little bit of internet to now it's like bro streaming
Mhm.
concerts. When you're watching a concert yesterday or 2
Yeah.
days ago, I was like
rolling out, yeah.
I'm watching this guy watch a concert. I'm like you don't have to go anymore.
I don't. It's
I'm
probably
at
better
my
this way.
crib.
This is the most comfortable
Yeah,
seat in the house, nigga. Let me tell you. I hear everything. I'm in a chair.
Sheldon was watching I think it was Wiz Khalifa or
Yeah.
Ty Dolla Sign
Ty
while
Dolla Sign,
eating a
yeah.
pepperoni pizza.
I was, yeah.
Talking about basketball.
Talking about basketball. Bro, the internet is crazy. Like
Yeah.
where this even we didn't even get to that, but even as far as like gaming goes, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
holy shit. Bro, I remember you don't know how frustrating it is, fucking frustrating it is to have like shitty internet, like when playing a game, because it's like, bro,
Oh,
this
it's
is
the
just-
worst.
this is
No,
just
I would
supposed to-
Yeah,
rather
I mean, you
like
would know probably.
bro, I would rather have in not just gaming, fucking trying to load my phone, do some work,
Yeah.
try to email, whatever. Like I would always rather have no internet than shitty internet.
Then
No,
yeah.
no contest. Like,
Yo,
don't
that's
give
a-
me
that's
the
a-
hope. Don't
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
the like refresh and it's the loading bar. Like even
You
back
need
in
to
the
quote
day,
that.
Yep.
I used to hate that shit where like you'd get on those like old like Macs that actually look like apples with like the color and shit,
Yeah.
and you just see the wheel just. Bzzz.
Oh,
It's like nah, like
boy.
just don't turn on.
So
If it's not
literally
gonna work,
turn
just
on.
tell me up front. Like don't make me waste
Don't
my
give me
time.
hope.
Like,
yeah, nah, 100%.
and yeah,
100%.
and gaming is the same shit. Like,
Yep.
yeah, if I'm gonna play, I want to like either test my skills or just have some fun, whatever. But it's not fun to just
Mhm.
load that shit up and you're lagging all over the place. Like
Yep.
nobody's trying to do that.
Yep.
Sheldon, you had a little mishap before you moved out.
Oh yeah.
Nigga had to just
yeah.
volunteer out the game. Like, all right, stop fucking y'all. Weeknights up. Just play land mode.
Because the thing
What
is,
just happened?
your friends will fucking like they'll
hold it down.
they'll hold it down for you. Like,
We
yo, don't worry,
encourage
yo,
you,
we'll
bro.
reset, man. We'll reset. You're gonna go reset your internet.
So
All right,
shall
we'll be
plug
here.
it out and then plug it in. We'll wait for you.
Okay, so before I moved, I lived in like a 3-story house. I was all the way at the top, right?
God.
And like, there's no internet. There's not good internet upstairs. So I'm getting maybe like 20 megabytes like upload, right? So I'm trying to stream at the same time. Trying to.
You're on
game.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi.
Oh.
So I think
It's already like-
yeah, I'm on
He's not liking
Wi-Fi,
this.
bro. Yeah, bad. So
He
I think
readjusted in the seat.
I think we were doing like a Call of Duty thing that night. We were doing like custom games and shit. So it was like a bunch of us. My internet was just not. It just was not
Shells
working.
is just fucking.
Man, you're trying to stream and play on Wi-Fi.
And
That's
play on Wi-Fi. Yeah,
You're asking for a lot.
I was.
Yeah.
But it's all I had, right? I was just like, yo,
I feel
let
that.
me try. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes
you
it.
can't get like a long Ethernet cord.
So
nothing.
what I ended up doing
drill
was
some
getting,
holes in the
This
floor.
guy's getting
Bro,
upset.
I've been there.
Hell no, not in my house.
You drilled a hole in the floor? Drilling holes?
Run the.
I have
Ethernet.
drilled
barely
holes in
drill.
a wall. Never a floor, but I would if I had to. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
without question.
Shit. I had to get that mesh. I had to get the mesh Wi-Fi. That changed my life.
My shit didn't work like that.
Really?
It's just meshing slow internet. It's like, okay, now it's closer, but it's
Well, like
still
my shit,
It's meshing shit.
my shit,
still
it had,
shit,
like,
internet.
it had an Ethernet port, so I Ethernet from the mesh into my computer. So like once you just set it up properly, it's
Yeah.
just,
I feel like the problem Bro. with my house was like, it was never good. It was like It was the never signal good. coming into my house was shit. So any fucking
Right.
Yeah, it's
router.
tough.
it
You're in a
doesn't
good
matter.
area too. He has you
No, now
got
you're straight.
reception.
yeah. Now I got the
No,
fiber.
no, even before
Oh, in Brampton?
you got a good reception on your area.
Mhm.
We had no. We were like borderline
we're in a-
farms, bro. Like,
Oh shit. Yeah.
so we had no reception. Like, I couldn't even get a fucking ping on my phone. Like, it was.
How are you
terrible, bro.
uploading?
They got better over time, but like we had
It'll
to.
take a while.
It just
yeah,
takes
it would
8
take
days.
a while.
It's
It
fine.
was-
It's fine.
It's like one of
smaller.
those like finish the
Little
video,
smaller.
upload it, and then leave.
And then leave.
Leave,
yeah.
come
yeah,
back,
upload,
cross your
leave type
fingers.
shit. Yeah,
That's the struggle.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but bro, something about fucking just like shit's just supposed to work now. You know what I mean? Like, with
You still
have
technology,
internet
like,
problems?
doesn't work.
Sometimes. Yeah, mostly when I'm traveling. It gets
Yeah,
like
you-
that.
You know, yeah,
after.
you know how to control right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
It's
Yeah.
tough. Like I'll base a lot of the shit, and I hate that this is like the way I have to live sometimes. But like I'll base a lot of the shit just on like what internet connection I'm gonna get. Like
Mm.
even like what flight I'm booking if I'm going on a plane. Like it's like, is this connection good? Has it given me an issue before? Like
yeah.
what way am I getting to the airport? Like
Mhm.
you know, sometimes I'll like take the train even if it takes longer because there's connection on the train.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
and it sucks having to like. I almost do a lot of that shit subconsciously now.
Yeah.
Right. And it sucks
Mm.
like having to behave that way. Because it'd be
Yeah.
nice to like not care as much
Yeah, I
about
was about to
peace.
say.
I was just about to ask
Yeah.
you that. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of a shame these days of like how internet dependent we are. I don't really feel that shame. I'm just like, bro, yeah.
Because it's like
I'm
if I
on my
got
phone a
if I
lot.
got
I
a
like
check,
it.
You know your
money,
job, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
man, I'm saying like I'm doing my work. Like,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
internet
Yeah.
has always been important to us because like
We're connected with each other.
that anything about it, like when you lived in a house with your like family, like I remember our one cousin, we went over to the crib and we're asking for the Wi-Fi and we seen like, let's just say we see fucking the house, our house Wi-Fi 101, and we see this guy's name like fucking Ricardo's room. I'm like,
yeah.
wait, Ricardo got his own
Internet,
setup?
yeah.
Bro, he has his own bill coming to the crib saying like, yo, this
That's
is
a
one
power
person-
move,
I
though.
read
I
it.
read it. I thought about
Power
doing
move.
that.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
he
did.
gave the password to nobody, not even
feel
us.
that.
Oh, this is my network.
That's
Yeah.
it. Oh no, no.
no.
You can't join my
No,
network.
no.
What else are you having it for? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I respected
I
it because
you have
respected
to.
it.
he had an Xbox in his room. So I'm like, and this is the days when like live was a thing. man.
Xbox
Holy
Live was
fuck.
bro. That's
What was your first experience going
Saying that
Xbox,
maybe.
like playing multiplayer online?
Yeah, Xbox Live,
Yeah.
Xbox
360.
Live? I remember
Yeah.
the first time we were like,
Mm.
if we plug this fucking cord and
bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
I remember the
new
like.
world.
I was pretty late to. I mean, I've
Ridiculous.
been gaming literally my whole life, like Game Boy, GameCube, PS2, whatever.
Yeah.
But like primarily, it was all like offline shit,
Offline,
single
yeah.
player, or like online, like mini clip, addicting games, OMG Pop, like that kind of stuff.
Miniclip.
Yeah.
Like
man.
I went crazy with all that, but it was always like, you know, either massive online, like yeah, I'll just queue into a game against anyone to play like some 8-ball pool or some shit,
Right.
or like you know you play Madden with your friends, NHL
Mhm.
with your friends, whatever. I didn't
Mhm.
actually get into multiplayer online until like pretty much the year that we started with FaZe, which was 2010.
Mhm.
That was the first year I played
Really?
like Xbox Live and played COD. And it was the same as you're saying, where like I think I had Modern Warfare 2 and I had just finished the campaign.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the other thing next to it was like multiplayer. And I was like, well, how do I do this?
Yeah.
And I click it and nothing comes up. And it's like, oh, I'm not connected to the internet. Let me like, and then all of a sudden I just like cue into some shit in the same way you're saying. It's like, oh,
That's
there's a whole other
crazy.
world out here.
Yeah.
Right? That you hear people talking about it, but until you actually go play, you don't understand.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting the sense that this is not normal, but my shit was Halo 1 on the first Xbox. I don't know how we figured out there was online.
That's some early shit.
Oh, yeah, no, that
Yeah.
was the first, like Halo was literally the first game ever, ever like they built Xbox Live to play Halo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like Halo was the reason that Xbox Live
okay,
exists.
it makes sense.
That's some legendary shit.
Bro.
Yeah,
fact that you're on
I
that?
was late to
Yeah,
that.
I
No,
remember
that's some
that.
OG shit
Yeah.
for sure. Like
Mhm.
I
they're
remember
even
that shit.
Yeah, nah, for
Matthew
real.
was on that shit.
Mhm.
That's a fact.
Big time.
Nah,
remember
Halo 1,
that.
Halo 2, like online, those were like the early birthplace
Mhm.
of like early COD 2, whatever. Like
Yeah.
that was the birthplace of online gaming.
Yeah, for sure.
At least console.
Yeah.
Obviously, people were playing PC.
Yeah,
games
PC.
before
Yeah,
that,
for
but-
sure. And wow, it's come so far, yo.
PC, I got it. Yeah. All right, I fuck with y'all niggas, man.
You get it?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I get it now.
He's with you.
Thank you.
Oh, you got one?
No, I
He
like.
doesn't
I'm
game on it
looking
yet.
to
Oh, you
get one.
get it,
Yeah.
like-
I get it. I have one to stream now, but
He's waiting
like,
for years type thing.
because I was always like, yo, PlayStation. I love a console. Like, I just always loved
Yeah.
having a PlayStation in my crib.
Mhm.
It looks nice. I like the sound of it. I like the system. And everyone's always like, nah, man, you're wasting your bread. I hate one of those.
I mean, it was
guys.
just me. It wasn't.
Yeah,
everyone.
On the shoulder said that. I'm literally looking right at him. Hey, when niggas say that, when niggas just get at you like that, you know.
He's not wrong.
No, I'm saying.
I get it.
But-
I get it now because
Nah,
it's
I
like,
feel
you know,
you.
you
Yeah.
can go spend it on a computer, whatever. I'm trying to get one now, but it's like, bro, they're mad bread.
Now is the worst time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my Lord.
supply chain issues and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I was the same as you. Like, I was even though my business, a lot of it is PC gaming. Like, I didn't even have one ever even playing that shit until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as soon as I did, it was like, oh, I've been wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but until you do it, you don't feel that way at
Yeah.
all. I was the same way as you. It's like, yeah, my console is for gaming. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, it is a different world. It's not really the same.
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
Like it's
totally
not
different.
even like an extension of you're doing a whole completely different
Yeah.
thing.
Bro, when I downloaded it on my streaming PC, I downloaded Call of Duty and I just played one game. I felt like I was fucking flying. Like, I
Yeah.
can see you. Oh, I see you back there. Like, bro, I literally felt like going.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
someone's tracing me.
No, it's like not for real. It's like
for real talk.
it's like it's like actually taking the training wheels off.
Mhm.
That's the difference.
It's unfair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
To me, it's just a natural progression of like if you really like generally love gaming, like it'll get to that point of like PC. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
feel
but like 5K on a fucking
Yeah.
PC, like
Yeah, you don't have to go crazy
You
like
don't gotta
that.
do that. Yeah.
that's
Just start a
crazy.
PC.
That's like top of the line.
What's
like,
That's over top
What's
of the
like
line.
like
stop?
you can
like,
get a good mid tier for like 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5.
And that'll like between 1 to 1.5 will give you everything you need.
Yeah.
Like unless you're trying to be some pro and like
Mhm.
then you need to spend more for sure.
Is your PC setup
But
crazy?
It's okay. It's like I don't have any. We have a couple nice ones at the office now, but like I don't have anything.
Fucking
You know,
lethal.
anything wild.
Yeah.
Nah, like our pros have some crazy shit that's like about to
Lethal
take
shit.
off and go
Lethal.
fly somewhere. But
Yeah.
The water in the
It's on a
fucking blue
fucking
lights is
drone.
flashing.
Yeah.
It's on a fucking
for
drone.
real, bro. Self-delivered.
Nah, I see some
Crazy.
streamers getting like 200 frames on COD. I've never seen that. I've never seen 200.
You can't even
frames.
see
The
that
thing
many
is, I just
frames.
want a
Yeah, you
smooth.
can.
They
though.
can.
Can
you
you?
You can, bro.
You can.
Yeah,
when
you
you
can.
Where
see the
does
shit, you're like,
eye
all right,
fucking
bet.
tap up?
Your
Where
eye
you can-
taps
They
out
say
like
it taps out at 60, but that's just not true.
60 frames
Yeah. No,
per second.
like
I see more than that.
I see.
I noticed a
I see
120.
no,
Yeah.
you-
Fuck, why does it look weird?
without question, you notice the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you might not notice it
60.
every 60 frames,
Mhm.
but you notice the difference.
First of all, it comes across not even just in what you see. It comes across in like how you move, like how it feels, right? It's not
Yeah.
just like what you're seeing.
Yeah, like if you
Mhm.
sit there and watch someone play at a different amount of frames, you might not
Mhm.
notice the difference as much. But when
Gotcha.
you're actually trying to put it in
Yeah.
and be like have the inputs, you notice.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
You notice at all the different
For
levels.
sure.
Yeah.
You're playing at a higher frame rate? Is that why you're flying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I went from like
Yeah. So
PS5
PS5
is what?
is 60. It tops at 60, right?
I think it goes to 120 on some games
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Some games.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
not
the
all of
thing,
them.
bro.
Yeah.
Why the fuck, Sony, man? Listen, you guys make a system say, yo, it's gonna do field of view and the frames is crazy. Then the games come out and it can't do nothing,
You want to check that?
No, it could, you know what I'm saying?
bro. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
What's it supposed to be doing? What are you missing out on?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have better field of view. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, and because the
frames.
problem is like it's
It's got the same
game
shit.
dependent and it shouldn't be. Like one of the great things about PC is you can just completely customize what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right. And on consoles, it's not like consoles is a very specific like it's funny because I'm an iPhone user and like a heavy recommender of that. But like
Yeah.
it is kind of like iPhone to Android, where like
Mhm.
with iPhone, you just get the phone that fucking Steve Jobs wants you to have and you're not supposed to change it.
Yeah.
Right. Where with Android, you can do whatever the hell you want to do
That's
with
true.
it. Right. PC console is the same thing, except console, the only difference is like obviously the specs between iPhone and Android are pretty similar. So it's not the best comparison.
Yeah.
But a console at the end of the day is just like a computer. It's
Yeah.
just a worse computer that they don't let you change anything about.
Mhm.
Right. And that's all it is. Right. So
Sure.
they have the ability to give you better frames or
Yep.
take away certain settings that like, because with a lot of games on consoles, a lot of the way the settings work is just about visuals. Like they just want it to look as cool as it can,
Right.
even though it like really hurts the performance to do that.
Right.
Right. Whereas on PC, like the biggest reason a lot of people get better frames on PC is because they can just take those settings off.
Yeah.
Things like in COD or like any other shooter, like even shadows, for example.
Yeah. You don't need
Like,
that.
Like just taking that off alone gives you like double your frames, but they
Yeah.
want it to like look pretty on your
Yeah.
console because
I
it's
don't
supposed to
even
be for
game,
kids
and
and
I'm
shit.
sold on a PC right
Yeah.
now.
My God. Let's
trust
go.
me.
My
Great
God.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just a fucking computer
Mhm.
with a console.
Computer,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why niggas hack they shit and they get cheesed and throw red lights.
Throw the red light at
systems.
you.
Yeah.
Wait,
You ever got
what?
the red light? Ring
on
ring of death?
Xbox?
Oh, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You model your
People were
shit?
hacking this shit.
Nah, that was just like a defunct feature.
Yeah.
Like it could just happen.
That's
You
two different things. I
never-
think. Okay, we got banned online first because we modded our.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a different shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
you'll
yeah,
get-
yeah,
they'll come for your shit, but nah.
Yeah.
Red Ring of Death on 360 was just like getting cancer. It just can
Yeah,
happen.
It just could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
That was
That's the
so
strangest
fucked.
thing.
I'm
The
like,
fact
bro,
that they're just like, oh,
sorry.
it happens. Like they
Like-
programmed it in like, it might die. So yeah,
Buy a new one.
what are you gonna do?
The thing is, Apple's doing that as well.
Apple?
That's just me saying shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, with
But like people
yeah,
had,
the
had
whole,
like
yeah.
like oh yeah, when the new iPhone comes out, yours gets slower and rah, rah,
Yo, I have to
Well,
say,
that's
it's
a
gotten
real
better.
thing, though.
It's gotten better though. Yeah.
'Cause before
right?
I would like joke about it all the time.
Nah, that's
I'm
not
not
a
seeing it as
joke.
much.
That's a real thing, but like it's just because of the new apps. Like
Yeah.
because when the new phone comes out, the new OS comes out.
Right.
And when the new OS comes out, they just program all the new apps to
Yeah.
fit the new one.
Yeah.
And every phone has to get that update.
Yeah.
Can't
Right.
handle
So
it.
it can't like really handle the way that all the new apps are functioning. That's why it
Right.
slows down.
Right.
And it's getting better because like they're making less changes to the phone year over year now. Like
Mhm.
there's just less things to improve.
Yeah.
Right.
like
So,
that fucking M1 chip. You see
Exactly.
that shit?
Yeah.
You got your M1?
I think so.
And this is me right now.
Yeah,
This is
I
my
mean,
M1. This is the iPad.
No,
That's-
hasn't got the M1 too, no?
yeah.
Doesn't got the or M something. They got M some shit. What was your first console?
Me?
Yeah.
GameCube.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
GameCube?
That was my shit.
Yeah.
You didn't start with the Nintendo or the
Nah.
Nintendo 64, Sega? no?
Nah, I definitely like would
No
go to people's
Sega.
like birthday parties and play 64 and
For
shit,
sure.
but
Yeah.
I didn't have one at the time.
Right.
Mine was well, I mean, like depends if you count Game Boy.
That's
It's a console. It's a
Game
handheld.
Boy was a move. Game Boy
back-
made me say
yeah.
like,
I
yeah,
had
let
the
me step it up.
I had the retro that was like purple and you
With
could
the
see the lights
see-through?
and shit through it.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
that
that's
one,
bullshit.
That
and then I
was
had the
crazy.
SP, the
Yeah.
Advance, the
Come
PSP.
Oh, you're
like
nice.
Mm.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
everything, bro. I had the. I'm dating myself now. I had the Game Boy Color with the like USB plug-in that had the little
The
lamp.
light.
You guys remember that shit? It was like
Oh
spirally
my
with the
God.
little lamp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it had no
Yeah.
backlight. There was no backlight on
Yeah,
it. So
man.
that's how,
Damn.
yeah. I
You had to
remember
fucking plug in a lamp
Yeah.
to play when
Oh
it was
my
dark.
God.
Crazy.
Bro, I used to
That's
bring
crazy.
my I think it was my Game Boy SP and my connector cable to trade my Pokemon
Oh,
at
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
lunch.
yeah.
The
I
link
made
cable?
deals, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I once traded I think I traded my Ditto for a fucking sandwich or some shit like that. Yeah, I said, yo,
Was it worth it?
fucking Michael. Yeah, man. That
Hey,
moment.
man. Nigga gotta eat.
Shout out Michael, man. That was a good change in my
Getting,
books, man.
getting real
Trade of
world
the
money.
century.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I was Trevor, yo.
But were you making, like-
Adventure.
Were you making honest trades,
That was the
or
first
were you just
NFT.
like swiping people?
Bro, he just some people like we bring our Game Boys to school and
This
we
is
say
a long
like, what
answer.
you have.
Did you cheat them or not?
Oh, some people got cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's
But
just
by
some,
you?
Some people
don't
make
hate
dumb
the
trades,
player,
though.
hate
They got
the game.
So
themselves.
yes.
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 100% yes.
Because some people really wanted some good shit. So I'm like, all right, like you know what I mean for
Yeah,
sure.
they
Like,
knew. Yeah.
Yo, sometimes
I
you
mean?
hear a trade like, really?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I'll buy you lunch. It'd be a slice of pizza sometimes. Like, all right, cool. Like,
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
No, facts.
But if someone wants to trade me a Charizard for a Pidgeot, I'll take that.
You're saying they came to you with this?
Some kids would, yeah.
Where the hell
Bro,
did you go to school?
McCrimmon. Yo,
You have dumb kids sometimes.
some people don't know the power of a fucking Pokemon, or they don't know what they have. Like my sister, I would be like, yo,
You don't need that
you
fucking.
don't need Flareon. What you doing with Jolteon, man? That's hilarious.
Man, you were really pulling up in like grade 2 with some Pidgeots, just chilling them,
Oh,
huh?
boy,
That's
said
crazy.
Yeah.
I kept my shit at home, man. I stay safe with mine.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed offline with mine.
For real?
Oh yeah. Bro, we had the cards and shit. Like I'm putting those in my binder. I'm not bringing that to school.
Yeah, you know
like
what
no
I'm saying?
shot, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I have mans like you
Robbed,
trying
man.
to take my shit.
Literally,
No, thank you, bro.
My older brother got robbed
I
one
was
time
just
in
about
a
to say
Sears.
that.
Oh,
No
some
way.
older kids.
why was he
"Oh,
bringing his cards into a Sears?
I don't know. From my memory, we used to just bring it everywhere except for school. But
Anytime
he'd bring his
someone
like,
a battle.
everywhere. And then one
Mhm.
time, we were just at the mall. Might have been they had his the deck in his hands. Some kids like, oh, let me check all your cards. Like, yeah, cool. Then they dropped his whole deck and took one. So he's there cleaning up while they're running
yeah,
off.
Running off.
That nigga got played.
That's the
Crushed
operation
him.
right there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's the
Crushed him.
operation right there. Damn.
See your older brother go down like that?
Yeah.
You just gotta start help picking them up.
Come on,
Come on, brother.
Still got the Charmander.
Did you guys ever carry any of this into Xbox Live? Did you ever scam anyone?
Not on Xbox
I
Live.
Yeah.
stopped gaming when shit got
Because there was
rough.
lots of people who did that shit.
How?
Like get some
Scam?
Microsoft point. I got scammed for some Microsoft points
How?
back in the day. Like some man who's like, yeah, I can get you 10th prestige, bro.
Yeah.
Like that type of,
Oh.
I need the card. That happened to me.
Damn.
Nah, never.
It was good
never.
on Xbox Live.
I ain't trust.
I think I
one.
dropped off Xbox after the first one, and then I went to was it PS3 was out? Xbox
Yeah.
360 PS? Yeah, I went to PS3.
Or no, PS4 after.
PS4.
Yeah.
Was it
The 3 was out
Wait,
with
with
Xbox
360,
360,
right? Yeah,
so
I didn't know.
PS4 would have been next.
Yeah, no, I never had the 360. I had the first Xbox.
Oh,
and
got
then I
it,
had
got it.
PS3.
Got it.
I forgot what-
Yeah.
I think on every single system, to be honest.
Lucky you.
I started with Xbox, and then it was just time to go up after that.
Yeah.
360's out. It's like, all right, 360's out.
Yeah.
And then the PS2's out. We had a PlayStation 1. PS2 was my shit.
It's
And
on my
then-
Xbox.
PS3, it was just time to step up.
No
It wasn't-
GameCube, man.
No
Nah, no
GameCube.
GameCubes,
Because
bro.
then
Those
times we didn't
Slaps.
have it.
GameCube
We thought it was a
was-
joke thing at the time.
Yeah,
I'm not
we
gonna
had a
lie.
Sega.
Bro, it was
No, I
not.
thought like we were
GameCube
Yeah.
had some of the best
Nintendo
games,
GameCube was
man.
elite. I was
Bro.
upset
All the
I didn't
Mario
have
shit,
it.
but like,
Mhm.
nah, like Prince of
I was upset.
Persia,
Prince
you ever
of
play that
Persia,
shit?
yeah,
Bro.
mhm.
Prince of Persia was on
Sands of Time.
PlayStation,
Yeah.
though.
I always wanted Luigi's
It was
Ghost
alright.
House.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
the
you're
game
getting
I have.
NBA Street, you're balling with Mario.
I
Bro,
know,
it was
I
nice.
know,
I had the
know.
plug-in for the
I know.
GameCube where you could like put your Game Boy
Game Boy,
games
I had that
in,
too. Yep.
and I'll put the Harry Potters in, and I would go like
Yeah.
flying through my TV
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
some
the
Quidditch
whole
shit.
setup.
Like,
Yo.
Shit.
bro,
Damn.
I've been ready from time. Like,
Yeah.
So how did the FaZe story happen from your perspective?
for me, it was pretty similar to what I was just talking about with like going multiplayer and like realizing there's a whole other world out there.
Mhm.
That was like, so this was 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that came out November 2009. And then pretty shortly after, I think because that game was out and like all the boys at school were playing that,
Mhm.
I got the 360, started playing that, and then that was around the same time. So early 2010, just start like realizing there's a whole world out there on YouTube of like people making content and shit, right?
Right.
In the same way that obviously compared to now, it's super small. But
Right.
back then, like
Who was
if
it
you
at
play,
that
you
time?
look around, it's like guys like Hutch, Scene Anders,
Mhm.
Mr. Stark, Blame Truth,
Well, someone
Wings of
else.
Redemption, Woody's Gamer Tag, OG shout outs to some people there. Like Small Beans, Zerka, whoever. But Muzza Fuzza, I could go on. But that's just for any man who's watching who knows. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, so it was like a very small knit scene back then, right? So which meant like if you were in it, like people knew.
And it was like
Right.
mostly
If
COD,
you
right?
were trying to put, it was just
Yeah.
all Modern Warfare 2, like either you recorded the whole game and just talked over it, or you did your little montage. But that was it. There was no
Yeah.
like skits, no turn the camera around, here's me, no nothing, just
Mhm.
gameplay.
Mhm.
And so it was cool, kind of being early to that scene and catching on pretty quick because I was always following YouTube
Yeah.
like since fucking YouTube started in 07, like
Yeah.
always back in the day watching, more of the OG guys like
Right.
so it to me it was a natural progression to watch Call of Duty YouTubers.
Yeah.
And one of the people I found summer 2010 was this guy or this group who had just started called FaZe.
Mhm.
And I saw one of their montages and I was like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe. I think I was like, they had like 200 subscribers, right? It had just started like a month ago.
Damn.
And I saw the video. I was like, yo, this is dope. I'm going to subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the next day, I get in a free-for-all
Mm-hmm.
with one of the guys.
Wow.
Yeah, FaZe House Cat.
That's crazy.
And I see the name right away. I'm like, oh, yo, I just watched this guy's video.
Yeah.
I send him a message.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, just saw your guys' video. You guys are sick.
Yeah.
And he replies like right away,
Yeah.
just on Xbox.
Xbox.
And he's like, yo, you saw my video? What the hell? Like,
Yeah.
because again, they're super small. It's just like 4 guys, a couple hundred subscribers, whatever. So he messages me back right away. And then he gets in the voice chat and I hear him like start talking in the game. So I'm like, oh, yo, I got to put my mic on. Like, and so me and him just start talking. I still remember the game, Modern Warfare 2 Free For All. It was on strike. So it was the DLC.
Is that a bomb?
Yes,
Is that a bomb? Give me a Hannah Montana. Let's go back.
You're giving me too much love right now. This is crazy.
Damn.
I'm just here riffing.
It's a Carter right here, man. It's a real
Yo,
Carter over there,
man.
man.
Sure. Man, where was I? But yeah, so exactly. So he jumps in the game chat. I'm like, oh, sick. You know, I join in, start talking to him. This is like July 2010. And we just like stay in the lobby, keep talking, playing, whatever for the next like 20 minutes. And he's like, yo, I'm going to go play with my boys. Like, do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, of course. Invite me, whatever. So we like add each other. He invites me. And then I'm playing for the next couple hours with like all the FaZe guys, which is like, there was 4 at the time. And we were just like playing Search and Destroy. And from there, like every day, I like up until that day, I was playing COD with my like friends from high school. Right. And then as soon as that happened, those are the guys I was playing with now.
Yeah.
Right, like I got on every day to play with the FaZe guys. And that's literally how it started.
Yep.
Right? It was just some dudes who like none of the people who were on that team are around anymore. About a month or so after that is when Temper joined.
Yeah.
Who's obviously like, you know, one of our main guys still down to this day. And like me and him struck up a pretty close friendship.
Right.
And I started helping him. Like around that time, pretty soon after he joined, like late 2010, he started, you know, taking on more of a role with the team and like actually building it into something. And then I started helping him with that. So I joined pretty soon after that, like officially, because you know we were close friends and I was working on it a lot with him. And then it's been 10 years.
History. Damn. That's a crazy story, bro.
What a time.
Did you ever?
Man,
I've made similar friendships just like that, just like playing fucking
Bro, it's real
online,
world.
and you just
it's crazy to think about.
Man.
It's like it's always one of those things that gets me. It's like I'm like where I am, who I am, because of something so random that happened.
Yeah.
Like I could have just not been playing that day, or played a different game mode, or needed to take a piss at that time. Like
something so small.
Anything. And I would be somewhere completely different in my life. Right. And it's like
it's fucking chills.
It's moments like that that really give me perspective too, because like I think that like we've done some pretty great shit in our time. And I think that I like to think that like I've helped with some of that. And I know that it was very random happenstance that even led me towards doing it. Right. And that's like, it's always something that gives me perspective when I'm working with people who are just on the come up, trying to really get to the root of like, not the situation they're in or what they're outputting at the time, but like what they're actually good at. Right. Because a lot of people might just be in the wrong position or not have had the opportunity to be in the right one yet. Right. Like, because my opportunity came completely randomly. You know, and then through that, I was able to forge into something that's actually worked out really well. But like, I wasn't like looking to do this.
You couldn't even foresee that at the time.
Exactly.
No,
like
the industry. This wasn't even
like all the revenue streams we have to make money literally didn't exist. Like back in those days like the first way we started making money was just YouTube AdSense. And there was no creator program in 2010. It wasn't even like I could look to the popular guys and be like, oh, maybe if we, you know, pop off enough, we can get to that point. Like there was nobody making money.
No reference.
Right. There was no reference. Exactly. So like, we just kind of were good at it and we liked it. So we kept doing it and it worked out. Right. And we all fell into it pretty randomly. Like even the guys that I'm talking about, they didn't know each other either. They just met online. Like,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So just kind of coming full circle to what I was saying. Like, that's why when I'm working with new people now, it's always like, it's not about, you know, what they're doing or who they're doing it with. It's like, what are they good at? What are they actually good at? What are they interested in? And like, what do they need to get there? Right. Because some people just haven't been put in the right like opportunity yet.
And sometimes something for everyone, man.
I really feel that way too. And that's kind of the second point that I wasn't making as well, but thank you, is like everybody has something. Right.
Something.
Everybody has something. It's just about figuring out how to like it's like almost like people are just at least people's abilities, to me, like the way I kind of visually perceive it is almost like a sculpture. Like it's in there somewhere. You just got to chip away and find it.
Yeah, chip
right.
away.
Yeah.
Know you like it, know what you're doing, but it's also good that you're like that because someone that's in your position, like you say, your perspective changes.
Exactly.
But it's like I feel like it's sort of similar to like how you just see things when you get to somewhere where you didn't think you're gonna be, and you're like, oh fuck, now I'm here, and kind of see how easy it is or easy it was to get there, or it's not even say easy because it's
Possible,
not
just
easy,
say
it's
it.
possible. That's a good one. Yeah. So then you started to say like, all right, I can help bring other people up or put other people in a place they need to be, because it's like, I don't know, situations like that where you're saying like, oh, maybe you play a different game mode or whatever. I just feel like you're always gonna be where you're gonna be at, and shit's gonna fall.
As long as you really follow what you're into, and like you just,
it's gonna be
who
there.
would have thought you couldn't even explain this back then? Like
Exactly.
what this world is right now. You couldn't even explain that back then. For me, it's just I remember being on the other side so vividly that it's just like I feel like it was yesterday. So it's almost like I'm talking to myself when I'm talking to like younger people or other people trying to find what they're into.
Yeah.
This is like right
Just
there.
like, yo, just follow what the fuck you enjoy doing. And
You got to be good at seeing signs of life though, because
Yeah,
like
just like,
life be throwing motherfucking hints at
pay
niggas.
attention
They walk
and
across
follow
the
what you
street.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that
That's
for you
wild.
though? Like, just that whole fight, maybe with your parents, or just saying, hey, I want a fucking game, bro.
Yeah, it was tough, and it's like it's definitely something that guides a lot of my thoughts now. Is that struggle, right? Like and it's not just like your family. It's your friends. It's the people at school.
everything.
It's fucking everybody. Like like how I was just saying. Like when I started making friends with these FaZe guys, I stopped playing with friends with my friends. Like my friends didn't fuck with that. Like I still remember when like the first day I like joined FaZe, I changed my gamer tag on Xbox, and like back in the day on 360, when you changed your name, it like re-signed you in, right? So if you changed it,
Everyone
your new
seen it,
name would see it pop up. And I remember going on my friends list, and like bare people were removing me. They're like, oh, I don't fuck with that. Like, bro, you're not playing with us anymore. Like, nah, I'm out of here. And I was like losing people on my friends list because they're like, damn, like you're not friends with us anymore. You're doing that. Like, because to them, it wasn't, oh, we have something cool, we want to build it. It was like a friend thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that, even that
social
kind of like
status.
shows like it was just
personal
like, oh,
sometimes.
these are my friends, but that's it. They don't understand that like, oh, we actually want to do something with this. It's like, oh, these are just my friends.
Right.
And it can be taken a certain way. And like, yeah, like even in high school, I remember like just trying to start making YouTube videos, and I walked into class one day and like someone was playing it on the screen, like just fucking laughing. I'm like, guys, like I'm just trying to make some shit, have fun. Like, why are you trying to blow up my spot? Like, and
Why are
it,
you blowing up my
like,
spot?
and it led to the
Blowing up my
point of
spot,
like
okay.
like feeling embarrassed about it and like not wanting to tell people, or like I would have friends, and this is still something I struggle with now, like even with my girl, like I feel like a lot of those early instances of whether it be like I remember once I came in because like a new COD Black Ops 1 had come out, and I came into school late that day because I wanted to get it and play it. And I get to my second period class, and like everyone's told the teacher, and the teacher's like, oh, you were gaming at home, like this, that, whatever. And like all those like early moments of feeling like this new thing that I love was something I had to hide, like shape a lot of, even still now, something I struggle with, which is just like going out and boasting. Like maybe boasting is the wrong word, but just like openly being proud about like the shit that I'm doing. I was having this conversation with my girl yesterday where like she always asked me like what I'm up to, or like how my day was, or like what all the new shit, and like I'm always like I can't even like think of the shit to say. Like I don't know, I was just working like, and then later in the day it'll come out. Like yesterday I like didn't even say anything, and then this morning she was asking me what I was doing today, and it's like, oh, I'm going to shoot the podcast, and she's like, what the hell, like that's awesome, why didn't you tell me? And I can't even like,
I know
I'm not
exactly
even
what you
proud.
mean. I know
Bro,
like
it's some-
bro, I know
That's
exactly what
crazy.
you're talking about.
That's
Bro,
And
it's
then
like,
it-
oh, why are you hiding it?
It makes
You're
you,
like,
it's like
I know
I'm
the secret.
honestly not hiding it. Like it's
Bro,
just for some
that's
reason,
so
like
weird.
the way my brain is
Yeah.
wired is not to be proud or interested in the things that I'm doing that other
Or that
people
you're
know what it is?
interested in
proud
what
of me
I'm
for.
doing.
It's a
Like,
protection thing. Because you have to protect it for so long.
Well, exactly.
Feel like,
we
yeah,
done
I'm
been
saying,
hit.
yeah,
You
you
done
know
been
what I'm
hit
saying?
already.
exactly
It's like-
because
bro.
because it started off
I
from
never seen
people
it
like
like that.
fucking with you for it, right? It started off with like, oh, this is my passion, this is what I'm trying to do, and like the friends, family, fucking teachers, whoever, not really fucking with that.
Yo, that's crazy.
Right?
I remember
like
starting
that.
up, the YouTube guys are all the famous.
Exactly.
So I was like, fuck, I don't tell y'all niggas nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like,
you know, tell us
And
that's
then when
the
you
problem.
start doing shit, niggas like, yo, you didn't know, tell me
Yeah,
nothing.
it's
I'm
like,
like, bro,
you
like,
told me
what?
not to fucking tell you.
Yeah, like it's, bro, that's actually crazy because I've never seen it that way.
Me
but
neither,
it was
Is
bro.
this
like,
therapy?
Yeah.
Is this-
yeah, well,
Yeah, for
like,
we
sure.
always say that.
that's why like it's a really like big point of importance for me to like really help talk to like the young kids that we have now. Like obviously, you know, when we can do things on a big scale that our audience is involved in, that's always great. I try to like as hard as I can to have those like initiatives be important for us.
Mhm.
But something I really take upon myself is to work with like we have a lot of really young, talented either creators, pro gamers, whatever,
Yeah.
who are like in their teens in the same position I was. And like
Right.
I know that the stigma around like either gaming or just content creation, whatever, is very different now.
Yeah.
Like we were getting made fun of in high school, but now like kids are trying to be influencers, trying to be
Yeah.
whatever. So like it is different now. And it's
Mhm.
like it would be naive to say that it hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean it's the same. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's the same as like someone trying to blow up their Instagram because they're good at this, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's people aren't going to look at that the same way as you still being smart or you still be,
Yeah.
like there is
Yeah.
still the stigma. It's less than it was when we started, but it's still there.
Still there, yeah.
So
And
there.
like that's why it's important for me to like really speak to these young kids who are coming up. Like when they
Nice.
do some cool shit, it's like, yo, that was awesome. Like
Yeah.
you should be proud of that,
Yeah.
right? Like you should tell people. You should like the people who think that's cool. You should stick around with them. And when you have a falling out with that person, like really prioritize that friendship because you
Yeah.
guys are doing something together that's important.
yeah.
You know, like because you just try to continue to have that grow within the youth of like, actually, I want them to be proud of the shit they're doing. Like the
Mhm.
people that are coming up now who are 10, 15 years younger than me
Mm-hmm.
are doing way cooler shit than I was doing back then.
Oh, yeah.
And I
See
know
it all the
I
time.
wasn't
Put it
proud
out
of
there.
it.
Yeah.
Like I was like in my room, like don't talk to me. You know, even
Yeah.
the people who were interested in it, I would like shun them because everyone else didn't fuck with it. So I
Mhm.
thought it like wasn't cool.
Mhm.
Right. And I know that that's changed, but like it hasn't changed completely. And you want these kids who are doing even cooler shit than I was doing then
Mhm.
For
to be
sure.
proud of that.
For sure.
Right. And to go tell the world that like they think it's fucking awesome. So
Yeah.
the kids next to them want to do the same shit.
Yeah.
Man,
You know?
and that's why it's so
That's
important
real.
for other
Mhm.
people, like
That's
just
real.
to like. I feel like when we're coming up and we're doing like videos, people are afraid to come up to us and tell us like, "Yo, we fuck with them," because now they're groupies, now they're this, and I was
Right.
always like, my
It's
friends would
always
say,
a bad
it to-
stigma all around.
yeah, like
Mhm.
my friends and people around me would start saying like, "Yo, like, oh, here's some groupies come." I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you like?
Yeah.
fuck, you like, what do you? That would
Yeah.
never leave my mouth, so why is it leaving your mouth? You know what I
Right.
mean? Because like that was always to us was just
That's where the friction was
affirmation.
at.
It
It's
was
not
like,
even,
you know what I mean? Like,
a big struggle was like actually doing the work and trying to navigate our way around it. But another very big struggle is like how like dealing with the people around us.
mhm.
Like even down to family, we're just like saying some like crazy shit. And you know, I guess at the time we took it personal. Now I understand it more. But
There's a little
still,
bit
it was
of
like
projection, yeah.
it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with just navigating
For
people. I
sure.
can't say certain things around this person. I can't act
Yeah.
like this, or they'll say this.
Because it was just like there were just signs to us that we're doing something right. Like when people are coming up to us, but it's like we would treat that moment precious, whereas like someone else would just say some crazy shit that just like you just ruined the moment for me. You made this nigga feel awkward,
Yeah,
like
right.
Mhm.
by saying some crazy shit. Sometimes some people want a picture, niggas just walk away like they're not trying to like, bro. You know what this is?
Or
Take
call
a
their
picture.
friend,
Like,
yeah,
groupie.
yeah.
Look at this group.
yeah, like I'm like, bro, don't do that.
Fuck them niggas.
We always say we tell people would come up to us and like their friends would get at them, calling them a groupie, like he just said.
Nah, they're pussies.
And we'd literally say, hey, your friend's a fucking
Yeah.
dickhead, whatever. Like we just go show them we're on your side, whatever. But
Yeah.
like, bro, that is like super important, like because people will really hide and bottle things up because they feel like what they're doing. Even now, like Twitch, people would probably say, "Oh, like what the fuck is Twitch and what is it?" Because
Yeah.
Twitch is not that like Twitch is very new. Like it's still gonna continue to grow, but like the amount of people I see now and like. Not even in my circle, but people I just know, like starting a Twitch channel. I'm like, all right, you finna see, like, it's a lot of work to even, like do that.
For sure. Your outlook and your respect for them is gonna
It
change.
changes,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? For like
For sure.
the other streamers.
Yeah, the
it
people I know
changes,
who are
yeah.
full-time streamers, like they work way harder than me.
Yeah.
They work way harder than almost everyone else I know.
Yeah.
Like when you really look at the hours they're clocking in,
Mm-hmm.
It's hours,
Yep.
man. And
Yep.
there's talking, there's playing. There's a lot.
You're entertaining.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
I had to disrupt a conversation earlier because I was setting up the cameras, but you had some shit you had to get off your chest about apples, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're just like that.
Oh yeah.
So
I
pull up.
Yeah,
All right,
go ahead.
All right, I pull up to the set with apple in my hand,
Yes.
and then I don't even. I like might have repressed what you said already. But you weren't fucking with it.
It was like,
Like you said, like
smashed the
apples
apple.
aren't
Yeah.
made to eat or something.
No,
like,
no. He pulled up with the apple. I respect that. That's a power move.
power
Like,
move.
I like apples. I said, I just wish they were easier to eat.
That's what you said.
I find like it's kind of a difficult fruit to eat. If you cut them up, I could handle it. I could.
All right, so
you know
that
what I'm
was
saying?
my problem. I don't,
Yeah.
bro. Apples are like the first fruit. It's literally made to fit in your hand. It's the
Right.
shape of your hand. It's got the little indents for your fingers. Like,
Oh,
bro,
the top and the bottom,
Adam and
yeah.
Eve were stealing apples
Right.
to eat.
Right.
It's temptation.
you
You
know,
were
that's
supposed
a
to eat
great-
the apple.
That's a, yeah.
How can they not be
You weren't
made?
supposed to eat the apple.
You weren't supposed to
You weren't
hold it
supposed to
like
do
that.
that,
That's why they
Sebastian.
made it.
That's
Yeah.
where we started fucking up. That's where humans started fucking up.
Well, it just fits so well in his
It
hand.
does.
Like, what are you saying?
But
Like,
that's a
roast
it's
to
a
it.
hard ass fucking fruit.
It's acidic. Actually, it just
Like-
depends on the
like-
It's
apple.
crunchy.
like-
But
I
how does
like
that affect it being cut
You
up
don't like it?
versus like handheld?
Because it's just through the outer layer. The inner layer is not as strong as the outer layer. You know, you gotta wash an apple
So
sometimes.
you're a
you gotta
sliced
get that
apple
shit
kinda
up.
guy.
I'm a for sure.
An apple's always
if
a thing for
eat
me.
'em.
I don't know.
To be honest, my favorite fruit is probably like either like clementine. It's probably one of my favorite fruits. I can
what's
eat a
up, yeah.
clementine easy.
little baby tangerines.
You know, a little baby tangerine or sweet,
nice.
sour. You know, no seeds most of
I
the
like
time.
a fucking plum.
Chilling.
sometimes.
I like a
Small
fucking
plum.
cantaloupe.
Plum can go crazy, but it's messy, bro.
Yeah, plum. Yeah,
Plums
you
be
gotta be at that.
mad.
You gotta be at the house for a
You gotta be
mango
at the
too.
house. Yeah, you know, yeah,
Mango?
for
Yeah.
mango.
Mango,
100%.
yeah.
yeah. That's
It's
a
never a mobile mango. either.
yeah.
It's
No,
just-
I'd rather clap fruits at home.
Ever
'cause it's
seen
gonna
a
get
man eat a mango on the street? Like,
and you know what?
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta sit down.
unless he has some wipes on him, he may be straight.
Even then, it's to the
No,
hood. on a
I,
hood or
I
something.
seen my grandfather eat a mango in a park once. And
Only
he,
Jamaican.
he threw that seed so far.
I bet his forearm was sticky. The whole.
yo, you
Oh,
ever
the
seen?
worst.
You ever seen someone have the half watermelon with the spoon?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I just saw it on
like a
TikTok
bowl,
last night.
yeah.
No,
no.
people actually do
Yeah,
that.
it's-
That's not some TikTok shit. I've seen people just pull up.
That's
Like,
just-
bro, that is a
if
big
you pulled
fruit.
up with a watermelon and
Just
just
eating that, what's up,
hey,
boys?
what's up, boys?
I said, boy.
I'll be like, what the fuck? Who's this guy?
Yeah,
I could have.
Huh.
You could've.
You could have, yeah.
but that's
I
just way
would.
too much work, bro. Like
What do you mean?
you're like
Buy the watermelon, chop it in half. What are we talking about?
so now.
I guess it's
so
less
when
work.
you throw that watermelon
Put a
out, what
spoon in.
garbage are you putting that watermelon?
it's a
in?
compost.
But it's so big. You
throw it
gotta-
in the forest.
you can throw it in the
Yeah, you
forest.
could.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you could.
You could litter. I'd be littering banana peels.
Bro,
and shit.
Jermaine
Yeah,
throws
it's not
banana
littering.
peels out
Bro,
and
the
then
squirrels
winds
eat
with
that.
the
That's
tongue.
not
Yeah,
littering.
It's
It's
not
not-
littering
no,
at all.
it's
Back to the
degradable.
source.
Yeah.
That shit.
Do y'all eat bananas?
Oh
course.
yeah, yeah. that's a
Okay,
good
you
fruit.
know, mature.
Potassium?
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
I
get
love
it.
bananas. Bananas are one as a top tier fruit.
It's a little
Hey.
excuse for a
Hey,
breakfast.
watch
I like
it.
bananas and shakes.
Hey, watch it, blood.
I like bananas and shakes.
You don't be eating bananas.
Like I don't like. Yeah, Julian before he goes to the gym, he'll power up with a nano.
You need a nana.
Yeah,
it's a good
I-
excuse for a
I'll
breakfast
power up
sometimes.
with a
Yeah.
sour
Ah.
bar.
Banana, oatmeal, fucking bar.
Yo, in the weirdest ways, like
Bro, a good one.
a banana makes me yak sometimes.
it
like,
does, but
Like it's like mushy. Like
so,
You got a baby?
sometimes
Well, you gotta
yeah,
eat
I
it
don't
at the
know.
right
I
time.
don't know. I
Like-
don't know. Like sometimes it's like
You
too
nine?
much.
I know what
for
you're
me,
talking about. I know what
bro.
you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
saying?
Nah, I
Like,
got
I know you're talking about. I know
It'll
you're talking about.
throw you off sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it messes with your stomach. Like,
yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
banana in a different form. Like
but
I
when
like it in
yeah,
a shake.
nah,
It gives me anxiety to buy bananas though, because I'm like, fuck, I have like seven.
Yeah,
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
every
I
day,
feel that.
every minute is like, yo, it's getting worse and worse.
It's
Bro,
true.
This guy's not
Yeah.
fucking eating them. I'm like, fuck, I
Yeah,
gotta just
it's
eat
true.
10 bananas in 3 days.
100%.
You gotta like pick the right bunch too.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Yeah.
do.
Some
I
people
just
don't
grab.
pick. I hate when you order grocery. We talked
Oh my-
about this. And
Oh,
they
did you
don't-
try
they
that, bro?
just
Actually, like I need to hear this.
don't do the
Don't do
fruits.
it?
Don't do
Cool.
fruits. Anything produce.
Oh, really?
Because
Do that
you
yourself.
know what you need.
You're gonna pick
You
it
know
up and
what you
expect.
need.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They don't know
Yeah.
what you need. But sometimes I feel like they purposely give me terrible fruits because I'm like, this is a
Bro.
joke. It's
Yeah.
moldy.
That's a good point.
It's black and bruised. And
I
shit.
wish
Like,
I want to create a world where it's just like I can throw if I don't want something, I can throw it into the wall and it just fucking pops and
Disappears.
disappears.
Into the wall?
I just want a mode where I could just say like someone you know when someone gets you some
I
like
want a
worthless shit,
throw it at the wall.
you just throw it at the fucking wall like bro, how dare you bring me this?
That just brought back a memory of the game and Stop Snitch and Stop Lying through fucking Lloyd Banks CD at the wall. You remember that?
It just and it shatters, bro. It's just disrespectful. You know,
bro, throw something right now. Get it
at the
out.
wall. I don't, bro. I love everything here, though. Everything.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Just get it out. It feels good.
Yo, I love everything here.
Face up, nigga.
Oh my! This is therapy. You literally
Yo,
just
this has
came
been
through.
an amazing therapy session.
Therapy, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Thank you so much for
Anytime.
joining us.
Feel free to pick up your phone. We won't laugh at you.
I'll
Yeah.
get it
Go
after.
ahead.
I don't need it right now. I'm
Oh,
tapped
shatter.
in.
It's been a very wholesome episode. How do we end episodes again?
101,
Stop
man.
doing it so officially.
I don't even
You know
know.
what to do,
Just-
man. Do the like
just-
button. Do the subscribe thing,
just,
man. Tell people
yeah.
about it. Any last messages?
Yeah,
for
what
the
you got?
people?
What's next for FaZe?
What's next
FaZe
for us?
Toronto.
Can you also talk about, because you used to be in like the content creating space and now you're more like behind the scenes.
Yeah, let's do
What
that.
was that
Take
trans-
us,
Yeah, I
take
got
us
you.
to FaZe Toronto.
Yeah,
and
I
then-
got you,
then
for
we'll
sure.
wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started making content like when I was like 15, 16 on my own, but it stopped pretty quickly because like I started with FaZe and I realized pretty early on that like I was gonna get, like the world was gonna get way more out of FaZe growing than me growing.
Okay.
Right? Like we were just doing way cooler shit. Like the effort that I would put into my own videos versus the effort that if I put into something we were doing as FaZe, it was just so much cooler.
Okay.
And so I realized like pretty early on that I just wanted to stop that. So I stopped making my own shit like 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Right.
really?
And it's only been FaZe since then. Like I was the first person at FaZe like to really ever be an employee. Like it wasn't defined that way at the time, but like who was there to like help the team, and it wasn't even a brand, but like
Yeah.
to help the channel.
Right.
Like the first manager. Right. There was me, and then I brought on Banks in 2013 to help me with that. And then we started hiring some like actual people in like 2015, 16.
Yeah.
But for the first 5 years it was just me, and then shortly after Banks.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a pretty tough journey where like because that was my only job. It's still my only job. I'm doing it for almost 11 years now.
Yeah.
And I mean, before that, I worked for a year when I was 14 at a pizza place. And then I did one of those Boxing Day cycles at an Aeropostale in a mall.
Oh, yeah, like-
You know, where they hire you for like a month, give you the training, you work Boxing Day, and then
Small
you're
shirt.
out.
Yeah, you're out.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
You know? So that was my work experience. And then I started with this, and that's it. This is my only job. And I've grown from just like this guy on the team who's there to help, / like my own creator, into that ending and just helping, into like all of a sudden now it's 11 years later, we have 150 employees, and I'm like running my own department, which is our social and community team, running the office here in Toronto, where we're like growing up that team, as well as some other people we have who work in our creative department.
Yes, sir.
And I have to like work with all our other department heads, our CEO, like all of our like key decision makers, who are all like really fucking talented people who have real work experience. And that was like one of the things I struggled with pretty early on too, is like we're hiring like people who I came to FaZe from my job at Aeropostale.
Yeah.
You know, they came to FaZe from like VP content, NFL, or like president, Capitol Records, or whatever, like
Holy, that's
fucking
intimidating.
Warner, Disney, like GoPro, all these different places who had people in places who had like real jobs working with real people, and I didn't have any of that shit.
Yeah.
Right. So it definitely was tough, is still tough, like finding your own confidence level with that to like effectively speak to the things that I know, and the experience I have, and like just the intuition that comes hand in hand with working on a brand for so long,
Right.
combined with like there are some areas where I do need to step back and let them more experience, but like it took a few years to find that balance, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm finding it now, and but it was really tough. But the where I'm finding it most is this new project that we were just talking about, which is FaZe Toronto. So we opened up the office this summer. We up until this year, up until last year, I was our only Toronto-based employee. Obviously, our business is based in LA. We have our main and only other office there, where there's like 100 people that work there. And I was like, over the years, always like going to LA to work sometimes, like there for a week, home, whatever. They wanted me to move there. But I just like don't like LA. It's just not for me. And so it was like a pretty big struggle for a few years also too, that I was dealing with, was like, on one hand, I need to work more and I need to feel productive and work with other people because like I can tell the difference when I go there and do work, how much more effective things are.
Yeah.
But I was also like hating my life while I was there.
Right.
Right. And it was a tough struggle. And something I was saying to you guys when we were talking the other month is like over the pandemic, it really helped me realize that like I needed to stop doing that because a lot of the things that had kept me from fully closing that LA door was like a certain feeling of selfishness around staying. Because like I'm not just in a city that I like, I'm in my home and I'm hanging out with my friends from high school. I'm like going to Leafs games. I'm doing all my like familiar comforts. And there's like a certain feeling of selfishness that comes with doing that and that like keeping you away from your job in some respects. But then the pandemic hit and I'm at home for the next year, not doing any of that shit. And like I was telling you guys, like I was still way happier. Like I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not doing anything. And I'm still so much happier to be home. And that was like a real wake up call for me that like, I need to stop like going to LA trying to make that work. It's just not going to work. I need to stay here. I need to build up something here. And I need to find a way to get that energy of working hand in hand with people here. Right. And so I pitched my company on letting me build up an office here in Toronto at the start of the year, right as the pandemic was turning into like, all right, we're going to get like vaccines soon. We're going to start to get back to life. It's like, let me put an office here. Let me start hiring Toronto people. At that time I was one of 2 Toronto employees. There was one other guy. And they were like, all right, like, you know, maybe, you know, in the new year, whatever, like that was kind of my pitch was like, yeah, maybe like 2022, you know, like if I know that's where we can work towards, I can start figuring that out. And they're like, yeah, cool, for sure, whatever. Like, we're good with that if that's what you want to do. And then I hung up the phone and immediately just my head clicked like, yo, I'm not trying to wait. Like, I'm trying to do that fucking right now. Like, I hung up the phone. I turned around, I went back to my computer and I'm like, yo, I got to get to work. Like, and then, so that was in March. We had one other Toronto-based employee. Within 2 months, we had 5 more. And some of it was by happenstance, but like we built up a team pretty quickly that was a baseline of like, all right, this is enough people to start. We opened in July or late July, maybe August. And we've been working there ever since. And like, it's a pretty cool, it's very cool for me for 2 reasons. Like one, I actually am happy, which like is the main thing, at least for me from a personal perspective. But also like we're starting to really grow roots within the FaZe brand here in Canada. Right. Like not just in Toronto, but in Canada via us having a real spot here with locals. Like, because that's the thing is the people that are working in our office aren't just like from all over the place and happen to work here because Toronto's buzzing. It's like, nah, they're from like Rexdale. They're from East York. They're from, you know, whatever. They're from the city and they know the city. They know what moves the city. Like you guys were one of the first people we reached out to when we're like, because that's like, you guys are like really something here. And we know what that means to be something here in Toronto and have a real connection with your own community. Yeah. And now because we're here in person, we can do that with what we're doing at FaZe, also here in Toronto. So like, I'm trying to like, yo, anyone who's watching this right now, like if you are fucking funny and know how to work, hit me up. Like I'm trying to hire way more people right now. Like I need more people to work on our social community teams. Like
get off your asses.
Let's get some people from your community like working for me. Yes, I need more funny people in my office. Like
oh man, we got funny people all in the comments. Every episode, man. It's the best part of the episode.
As long as they can actually get some work done, hit me up for real. Like I'm trying to hire you.
Come on.
We're trying to really build something here in the city. So
I want 10%.
Anybody?
Man.
You trying to screen them for me?
Yeah.
We'll screen 15%.
20.
Come be a part of history, man.
Facts,
FaZe Sabastian, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you.
Legendary episode right here.
Yes, sir.
101, man. We really put you guys on.
Nah, for sure.
Don't 101, man. Fuck.